Should we, like, give her water every couple hours?
That won't be necessary. Criminals thrive off of their own sweat and tears. Plus, we already fulfilled her request for university merchandise.
No, I'm okay. Thank you guys so much for thinking of me, though. I don't want to distract from anything. But I do. Yes, I've arrived. Again. And yes, I did take a nap after my you fools moment. You know, ghosts don't need sleep, but I just like the routine of it all. Slumming with the living, as they say. Anyway, I finally got back from my little getaway in the sky with all of your favorite biblical, Quranic, Vedic, Book of Mormonic figures. And yes, they're all as great as you would imagine. You know, it's really poppin' up there. All the monks wanted was a quiet cave to study in, but the real estate agents have really taken paradise to a whole new level. You know, there's even a mini golf course on every block. And since it's heaven, the ball goes in the hole every time. It's insane. And I was right about animals too. They are important. We even share heaven with them.
You guys checked out the mini golf yet?
Anyway, I hate to have to come home early from my little getaway, but I do have some indicting to do. Oh, do you want to know who killed me? Are you in suspense? Well, sucks for you. I know, but I don't want to tell you. Why? Because you've been sitting on your ass laughing along as my rockin' bod decomposes on the ground. I'm gonna make you wait, I think. And plus, I've been dying to have my own voiceover. Follow me.
We should leave her to sit and think about what she's done.
Should we go back to eating celery then? I thought you'd never ask. Maisie, Maisie, Maisie. Ooh, I'm getting a little volume. Why are my best hair days behind bars? It wasn't Maisie. Not that I'm a big fan of her or anything, but they need to get it right. You know, does this remind you of anything? Yeah? It's cancel culture at its finest. I mean, I have in the past canceled many a well-intentioned peer, but, you know, I've had a change of heart. I guess when I was canceled, physically, I would have wanted someone to stand up for me. Don't you get all righteous on me. I know you could have intervened. You could have taken action. I know you had the time. I mean, you've watched 6 episodes of entirely student-written TV. The truth is, Maisie was framed. Framed by the killer. Can we talk about the collective IQ of this group? The protein in this stuff. He loves me. He loves me not. I mean, they're Dumbos, like the elephant. He was an idiot. He should have cut off those big fat ears and sold them for Bitcoin. Like I always say, if you don't like something, change it. That's why I got ass reduction surgery. But, I mean, why do I say this group is stupid? More like, why don't I say this group is stupid? They literally thought a hedgehog murdered me. Like, 80% of them came to a consensus that a hedgehog had murdered me before they even identified a murder weapon. Like, I get it. If that little misogynist had killed me, it would have been considered a hate crime. But he wasn't even here. Like, it was just human. So, that's one suspect off your list. But that begs the question, who slipped that sneaky little horrible note under my body? The note that so obviously framed Maisie and her little prickly hedge rat. Let's cut to some never-before-seen footage of members of our group taking a stance on right-wing commentators. Hit it.
If they support the bastardization of our democracy in favor of big business, I'm all for it.
Oh yeah, I keep up with a lot of political commentators from across the spectrum, really. Smokey Bear comes to mind.
I normally try to stay out of politics, but I do have a soft spot for commentators who can rattle off facts at rapid speeds and informative tone of voice. It soothes me. My parents played me nighttime news to lull me to sleep.
One time I put out an ad on a telephone pole that I would absolutely rail any right-wing commentator who would endorse the Affordable Care Act. But then Obama told me he had it covered.
I am political. I recently got into a screaming match with Rudy Giuliani over whether residents of New York should be able to own ferrets. despite not being a resident of New York. I just feel very deeply.
You make some conclusions for yourself, okay? You know, you audiences always want everything handed to you on a silver platter, but you know what life handed me? Death. So, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go eat some celery while you use your thinking cap.
So, I know we're all in agreement that Maisie did it, but if it was an accident, does it even count?
Accidents happen. Emily accidentally used teeth when we kissed.
I do feel kind of bad for baking those brownies, though. My cheesecake bars would have been so much more popular.
And less fatal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't have kissed Emily so passionately she had to stop for a snack break. Her final snack break.
And I shouldn't have pushed her to kiss Ronald out of jealousy of what he and I have. Pushing her to take him so passionately and kiss him so hard she needed to take a snack break. Her final snack break.
And I should have seen this coming. I joined this group to protect you guys. I failed.
Let's talk about some successes. D. Yes, I did communicate a very specific targeted message via Ouija board.
Now, what possibly could DD have meant? What could the one message I meant to convey have communicated to the group? A description of Anna's rack? Didgeridoo? Dastardly detective? You be the judge. No, wait, actually, I'll be the judge. It's dastardly detective.
M-O-O.
If you seriously thought for a hot second that I would have spelled out M-O, two non-consecutive, non-repeating letters, embarrassing.
No, your eyes have not deceived you. Someone, perhaps our dear killer friend, seized control of the direction of the game and manipulated the message to mislead the group.
Okay, so I didn't put an allergen in her dessert on purpose, but I do feel partially responsible.
Yeah, I don't have that much experience with guilt, but that probably had something to do with it. I've been told I have a tendency to mess everything up and ruin another corporate holiday, Ronald, so...
I know you must be wondering, if Maisie didn't switch the labels, then how did I eat from the wrong pile? If you think I made a mistake, you'd be wrong about every single event that's happened to me in the last 19 years of my life. This was clearly a case of a smooth criminal.
Guys, I think I finally come to terms and realize that I am a murderer.
No, don't say that, Lark. I'm a murderer.
You're all wrong. Like Father always says, if there's a body on site and the cops show up before it hits the grinder, we're all legally responsible. So, I'm a murderer.
Oh, I guess I'm a murderer too?
Now that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you're the detective, right?
Oh, okay. I thought we had a thing going here.
So should we take Maisie out of the jail?
No. We should be in there with her.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word,
And the skies are not
cloudy all day.
home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day.
Now, I wouldn't exactly consider myself amicable with any of the members of the group right now, but I do think they need to know who the rat among them is. The conniving egomaniac, and I know, I'm one to talk, who ended my 19th trip around the sun prematurely. I know it's cliche, but I want revenge. Sweet, sweet, icy hot revenge, the kind that burns like Tiger Balm. I want to tell them, but I don't want to be like other ghosts. I want to be quirky. My quill of choice? Whipped cream. Coconut-based, of course. I'm not a monster, only a ghost. The grand plan? Test them on their knowledge of European royalty. Spelling bee style. Oh, and I guess you'll find out who the murderer is, too. My desire for revenge has outweighed my desire to leave you high and dry. Lucky you. The killer, the killer, the killer. Where do I even begin? You'd think she'd have had her fill of framing. And yes, I said her. But no, she didn't stop with the Ben Shapiro note, not with the Ouija board, not even with the brownie labels. She had to seal the deal. Like super glue, filling in the cracks of Ronald's broken heart. Goodbye, my sweet clown prince. May flights of angels kiss you once again. Next, she framed Maisie, by framing Maisie for framing Anna. Ooh, this story has layers. Like the Russian nesting dolls Ronald will soon inherit.
A murderer who feared blood? That could never be. A detective solving her own crime? Impossible. A Midwestern ingenue walking into her trap?
Oh, wait, that actually makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Victoria.
More likely than you'd think. Much more likely than you'd think. Erasing an incriminating manuscript? Worse than the burning of the Library of Alexandria. Motive?
Honey, you're gonna wind up Sam's house if you don't switch careers.
To prove herself.
She doesn't know what she's talking about. I am intelligent. I am driven. I have everything it takes to be a detective. I will never let my fear of blood define me. I'm stronger than that. You know what? I'll solve a murder and prove that Emily wrong. I'll just have to find a murder. Then I'll have to call the police and ask for an internship. Oh, they'll never give me an internship with no work experience. You know what? I need to begin building my career now. The chance of them killing each other on their own is only 47%. So I guess then I'll just take matters into my own hands. Oh, I'll show them. I'll show them all.
So we all agree we're equally responsible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing that we have to do is sit in here, think about what we've done, and think on the bright, lost legacy of Emily.
That seems fair.
All this time, I don't think I really processed that she's gone. Hold on. Hello, Father. Cancel the McMobile. And the meal toys. I need some time to think.
You guys want to sing it again?
Yeah, we sounded pretty good.
I was struck. I thought that all this time it was revenge that I sought, but now I see it was all for naught. This pain, this agony, they suffer not as singular voices crying out my name, haunted by the image of my graceful presence, but as a single choir of guilt, a symphony. And although sure, it was Victoria who dealt the final blow, now I see that every caricature that comprised our motley crew was somehow complicit in undermining my talent, my intellect, my literal existence. And in this moment, in this snapshot of time, I knew that when they turned around and they saw the words that I had so carefully inscribed on that table, that they would blame. They would blame and they would live in peace, not feeling guilt, not feeling remorse. And in that moment, I knew I had to make a choice. I decided to do what all along I knew I would. I had to.
Over at the table right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
There's my whipped cream. I thought I left it in the shower.
Now I shall return to my eternal peace. See you next semester. Or not.
Hey guys, it's so weird seeing you all on campus. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages.
You still feel things? I tapped out after losing trivia night.
Well, maybe orientation will help with those tortured spirits.
Oh, wow. What are the odds we'd all end up in the same orientation group?
About 1.042 times e to the 16th to 1.
Look, we all already know each other, so can we just go?
What? No! Clearly the universe is telling us that the world is better off when we're together.
I guess the real bucket list was the friends we made along the way.
Just stop! You're such a cokehead! Oh my god, stop! I'll be at your unmasked 90% quiet period party in like 2 seconds. I just have to get through this boring orientation thing with these losers. I'll be there in a sec. No! Don't pass around the communal oatmeal bowl without me. Okay, bye! Time to unmute. Hey guys!
Hey guys! Welcome to our orientation small group. Orange University has prepared a great activity for you all that we think will really bring you together and help you survive college. We're gonna do a bucket list.